Live from Detroit today in Lafayette Greens Park is a honey badger verse of the day. And it's Jonah 2:8. Those who cling to useless idols forfeit the grace that could be theirs. And God has grace for us, and He doesn't want us to look inward, but He wants us to look to Him. God has amazing gifts. God has amazing talents that He gives us. And in fact, today, Love in a Puff, this is a seed from one of the plants here. And the reason it's called Love in a Puff is when you open it up, the seeds, there goes one, they have little hearts. And God has a heart for us. And often we allow our hearts to run after other things than God. And when we look to God, that's when His grace is sufficient for us. Jonah, he hated the Ninevites. They had plundered people. They had done many crimes against kids and against the Israelites. And he could not believe that God's grace, God's heart, that He even shows in the plant life, would be able to transform people's lives. In fact, he tried to run from God. And when he ran from God, he found himself in a belly of a huge fish, which many people say whale. And he was there for 3 days and 3 nights. And during that time, all he could do was look for the grace of God. And God uses nature, God uses creation to teach us. And when Jonah got done, he saw a great revival among the Ninevites. Many came to God. Many gave their lives and repented of those horrible acts and realized that their ways were not God's ways, that God's ways are higher than their ways. And I'm going to end on what Jesus said in Matthew 12:40. For as Jonah was 3 days and 3 nights in a belly of a huge fish, so is the Son of Man in the heart of the earth. And when Jesus rose again, provided salvation for us, provides transformation. And when we see things like this beautiful seed that has a heart, in the comments below, tell some ways that you see God in nature. Share some ways that God's grace is sufficient for you. And also think of some areas where there may be idols or false perspectives you have on people that hinder you from seeing them from God's perspective as people who have a purpose, who are created in the image and knowledge of God.